Happy Monday, everyone. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend and you are ready for another great week. I was about to say of teaching and learning because I'm used to saying that on the announcements. But no, just another great week of life, right? Guys, I have 7 days left until I go back to work. I report back to work on July the 26th. Today is the 19th. Where did the summer go? I mean, it's too short, too short, too short, too short. Oh my God, I cannot believe this. July 26th, all the way till June of next year. But I'm thankful. I'm going to turn this around. I'm thankful. I'm grateful that I have a job to go to. So even though I'm going to have to go back to work, oh my God, I got to go back to work. I mean, I just got to the point where I stay up all night and wake up really late, and I'm going to have to go back into a rigid routine. Pray for me, y'all, please. Okay, so this week we are going to reflect on the virtue of caring. Caring is one of my favorite things. My dissertation is about caring. It's about this concept called pedagogical caring, caring as a teaching strategy, as an instructional strategy. And so I have done extensive research in this idea of caring as an educator. And of course, caring is in general. There was lots of research about caring as nurses, and the ethic of caring is seen as a very feminine trait, as a very motherly trait. This idea of nurturing and demonstrating love for others. So this week, let's reflect on our practice of caring for ourselves and those closest to us, ways we want to improve in that. Always looking for improvement. So today's message is about how well you take care of yourself. And so let's reflect on ways we care for ourselves physically, ways we care for ourselves socially, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. What are the things that you do? Or what are the things that you don't do? Because sometimes not engaging in certain things is a way to care for yourself. So what are the things that you do? What are the things that you intentionally don't do to demonstrate caring for yourself and others? And also engage in some reflection on how you want others to care for you. And I've talked to you about the love languages, how we want to be loved on, how we want love to be demonstrated to us. And it doesn't mean that we go out and dictate and say, you love me like this, you love me like this. And that's not what it is. It's just being in touch with those things, because oftentimes when we can't name it, when we can't put a label on it, we're confused about behaviors and demonstrations because we're not clear about what we want. Like, oh, it's not that. And I always say, rather than focusing on what we don't want, what we don't like, focus on what we do want, on what we do like. And then I mean, we talked about courage recently. We talked about openness. We talked about trust, and then trusting the people in your life, yourself, having courage to say what you need to say. Because I've been sharing with a couple of my friends lately that we become resentful when we don't say what we need to say. When things happen and we don't say it out of this effort to save other people's feelings or whatever, we become resentful, and we don't want to do that. We want to be honest with ourselves, honest with others, you know, learn how to work through things, learn how to talk through things, learn how to communicate through things. I think that that's important, but it all starts with an awareness of ourselves. And so I know why I chose caring as the virtue for the week. I want I want to examine my own caring practices, um, and make sure I'm being honest with myself about, my motivations and why I do what I do, and that I am being the most caring version of myself that I can be for myself and others. So think about what you want to get out of um, reflecting on caring this week, and then commit to that. When I saw today's practice, um, I, care for myself. I thought about a friend of mine. She reached out a couple of weeks ago, and she said she'd seen my video in one of the videos, and she said, when you said be kind to yourself, it really, like, that resonated with her strongly. Like, it just called to her, like, be kind to yourself, because in that moment, when she heard me say that, she was forced to acknowledge that she had not been being kind to herself, as kind to herself as she could have. And by that, she said that, typically she eats well, she, does certain things for her physical health, and she hadn't been doing them. And oftentimes we excuse ourselves from the things that we commit to doing for ourselves, right? We say we're gonna work out, we say we're gonna eat a certain way, we say we're gonna, cut back on certain things, and then little bit by little bit every day we do those things, and we blow it off. I'll tell you that I have gained about, okay, so in my keto, and this is it's been over a year since I haven't been on keto, so it's been 2 years since I was, and I lost about 60 pounds. Super proud of myself, happy with the way I look, happy with the way I feel. Knee pain gone, hip pain gone, back pain gone. I can run, I can be so much more active. And one of my concerns when I started to eat carbs again was, I didn't want to put the weight back on, because whenever you do something where you eliminate something from your diet, well, when you integrate it back, you run the risk of just putting it all back on. And so my son and I, we engaged in, very rigorous exercise schedule to make sure that didn't happen. Well, I'll say that in the last 6 months, my exercise has not been as rigorous as it was in the beginning. And surely enough, I mean, along with some bad eating habits as well, I'm gonna be accountable to that. I'm watching that weight creep back up, and so now I'm up about 12, 13 pounds from the lowest weight I'd gotten, and I am like shaking in my boots, like I don't want to continue to add on even a half a pound a week, a pound a week, or anything like that. So I know that one of the ways that I have committed to caring, about myself is increasing my water intake, making sure that I exercise, at least 3 days a week. But I mean, at one time, like I said, 5 days. I wasn't doing anything less than 5 days a week. And so I really got to get back into that routine, because I know the goal that I have for myself is to not gain any more weight. So I have to be honest with myself, and I have to say that I'm going to show love for myself by doing the thing that I know I need to do, and to not do the things that I know are counter to that for myself. Easier said than done, I recognize, but I'm committed. I'm excited. I know I can do it. I trust that I can do it. I have the courage to do it, and I love myself enough to do it. So, hopefully, somewhere in the midst of me sharing all of that, you find some nuggets of wisdom to help you on your own journey. That's the whole point of the Choose Joy email and the Choose Joy video messages, is that I share my own journey and reflections on these things in an effort to give you all some insight in how to do that for yourselves. And I love, love, love the feedback that I get from you. I got a great email last Friday about the message, and I always enjoy when I hear from you guys and you tell me that something that I've said resonated and you found it to be helpful. So keep that coming. Just hit the reply button and tell me, when something hits home for you, because that brings me joy to know that what I'm doing is making a difference in the lives of others. So, with that said, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, smile a lot. It makes me feel better when I smile, and I can tell the impact that it has on others when I smile at them. So, do that. It makes you feel great. And your Monday will be magnificent if you do those three things: be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and smile more. Take care, everyone.